Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the AirPods Pro 3s. I've had them for 2 months now, so I think it's time to have a review of them. So as mentioned in the intro, I've had these now for 2 months, and I definitely have a lot of positives. I only have one negative, I think, so I've been very happy with these, and I think these are the best earbuds that you can buy personally, but we'll look into it a bit more and see why I think that's the case. First of all, I wanted to talk about the size of the earbuds. The size is pretty nice. I always like to keep them, especially if I have denim, I like to keep them in the very small pocket inside of my right pocket. I didn't really understand why that small pocket was around, but it's nice to have the AirPods there instead. The size of the AirPods Pro 3s are very small, easily pocketable and to take with you. They're not too thick, not too bulky. Sometimes I don't even notice that they're in my pocket in the first place and I have to tap around and look for it. Easy to miss, to be honest. The case of the earbuds has 3 different ways of charging. You can wirelessly charge it just on a normal wirelessly charging pad. You could also use a MagSafe charger, so they actually have magnets built into the back so that it sticks to the magnet itself. Or you can use the Apple Watch charger, which will also magnetically stick to it. And the last way is just to use the normal cable. The bottom of the case has the speakers as well as the charging port. They also have the little loop thing, so you can actually have it hanging from your wrist with a special loop band. The back now has no button, so it's just a flat surface with the hinge. The front is also nothing apart from the little indentation to indicate where to open the earbuds themselves. So the LED indicator is actually hidden behind the plastic itself, which is actually quite a nice touch and makes it a lot more minimalistic. And what I really like about the AirPods as well is just having the Find My feature. A lot of the time I would either lose an earbud around, so I've just misplaced it in the house or at work, or even the case itself. So having that Find My feature of just pinging them or finding them with the radius finder really helps to locate them if you've lost them. To pair the AirPods Pro 3s with another device is very simple. You just have to open them up, double tap, and it will start showing the pairing feature with a little sound to indicate that they are ready to pair. At first I didn't know how to do it, so I had to search it up how to do this. But once you know how to, it's quite simple to use and very easy to be able to pair with other devices other than an Apple product, of course. The noise cancelling on these have been top of the class, and it's all got to do with, of course, the noise cancelling themselves in the earbuds are very strong, but the actual ear tips now have foam inside of them. So because of that foam inside of the ear tip, it actually seals off your ears a lot easier and prevents sound from being able to get into your ears, which helps a huge amount, cancelling out the noise that of course you're trying to cancel out in the first place. But they're definitely great for work setting, cafe settings, if you just want to focus on what you want to do and just completely ignore everything around you, then these are awesome to have. The transparency mode is great. They're super clear. When you have them in, you turn them on, you just hear everything around you. And to be honest, it just seems like you don't have the earbuds in at all. I often forget that I just don't have them in at all. So they work really well. They can hiss at occasions. So if it's very silent in the room and there's no sound going on, then if you focus too much, you can actually hear a slight hissing happening from the ANC. But overall, if there's sound going on, you won't hear that hissing at all. So it's very minimal. And especially if you're on an airplane, you wouldn't be hearing any of that hissing noise at all. My favorite mode on these is the adaptive mode. Just being able to hear everything in quieter settings is great. But if it starts to get loud, so for example, walking on the street with a lot of cars going by, or maybe the cafe started to get really loud with people talking, then what these earbuds would do in this mode is actually start adding in a bit of ANC so that it starts blocking out the surrounding areas, and it's made to prevent hear damage. So it really helps with just blocking everything out, kind of keeping your ears safe, so to speak, for the AirPods to realize, oh, okay, this is a loud environment. Let's turn up the ANC and protect his ears. once you either walk to a more quiet environment or even the environment you're in gets quieter, then you can hear the ANC slowly start to fade away. The sound quality on these are amazing. I listen to a lot of like electronic dance music, but also house music, and having that enhanced sub bass on these just really gets you into that mood a lot more. And I find myself just listening to music headbanging all the time. Even in the office, I'm just looking at my monitor and it automatically, you just want to headbang to these purely because of that sub bass, and the bass is more amplified than any other earbud that I've heard before, but also giving that clarity of the highs and the treble as well. So they're super clear, but they can be really impactful when they want to be, depending on the music that you listen to. And that's what I really like about these, is just having that intimate time with the music whilst also going completely crazy with what you listen to. Really puts you in the mood to do whatever you're going to be tackling. Another thing that is relatively new in the earbuds world is actually the heart rate monitoring. So these have started to enable heart monitoring through your ears, and they're able to project that information into your phone. So if you have an iPhone and you're going out for a run or going to the gym and you have these in, see your heart rate through the earbuds themselves. And you can record that data and then see your history of the session. I think to conclude and finish these off is, I think the main question for this, and to conclude really, is, are these worth buying? And I would 100% say yes. These earbuds have been one of the best ones I've heard so far. The sub bass just really puts you into that headbanging mood. The Find My feature is great, easy to look for, and they're very easily pocketable. So they're easy to take with you. The battery life is awesome. They sound amazing. And what else do you really want? I mean, they also have the heart rate sensor. I don't use it as much because of the Apple Watch, but that's still an amazing feature to have for people that just don't want to wear a watch anyway. So overall, I think these are definitely worth to get if you're looking for a new pair of earbuds. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked it, just please pop a comment or just like or dislike the video, whatever is necessary. And I'll catch you in the next one.